All right, I'll keep this real short, real sweet. I'll stand over here so you can see this. And some of this might be relevant to you, maybe not. For those of you keeping score at home, maybe this will be a little bit more beneficial. But this is not something I can take credit for. I have to say that I stole it from Cindy, but I just took it, ran with it, and kind of put it in a document in a way that I can easily use. And a little bit of the backstory is I was student teaching at Sunbury High School, working with high school students and realizing that at a school that large, even if students are in the same grade level, odds are they don't know each other. So when we get to these classes, I was lucky enough to be there right away at the beginning of the fall, and I'm just watching as the Mark Carpenter teacher was teaching, and just seeing that a lot of these students really have no idea who the other person is in the class, and they really didn't care to know. And I really wanted to change that when I took over. So I asked Cindy, she came up with this fantastic idea, shared it with me, and it's called boundary breaking. And very simple, I have the rules up here. This is the way you start every single class, and it only takes a couple minutes. You get everyone sitting in a circle. The rule is everybody has to be part of the circle. Early on, you'll get a lot of the boys, older boys, high school boys, they don't want to be a part of it. They think they're too cool for school. They're going to try to sit out, but I don't start it until everyone's in the circle and everyone's seated, so no one can be standing. Only one person can talk at a time, and no one's allowed to ask follow-up questions. So we just go around the circle, everyone talks, and they have their turn. You're always free to pass, so you never have to speak if you don't want to. But I do make sure they say pass, so they just at least say something. But then if they do pass, after we've gone around the circle, I'll always come back to them and ask, maybe they just need a little more time to think of something, or they can share again, or they can pass again if they would like to. And then, of course, everything we say is confidential. So you just say that at the onset, none of this leaves here. And then you run with it. And you start, I have this listed, I kind of broke it down. I got easy questions, more difficult questions, the most difficult questions. So you can run through that way. There are some, I just found a whole list of ones that are just kind of funny, get to know you questions. I really like, what's the nerdiest thing you do in your spare time? You can get some good answers out of that. And then I just have a whole ton of additional questions as well. And early on, you get a little bit of backlash. They don't really want to do it, but pretty soon, it's within weeks, they're begging to do this. Even if you got a lot going on that day and think we're not going to have time to sit around, they'll be asking you, hey, what's for boundary breaking today? What's the question? They'll go to you before a class and ask what the question's going to be. And you can start easy, just have everyone share their favorite color, and then work up to one of my favorite ones was share something that people will be surprised to find out about you. And it is really cool because it's not only a great way for the students to get to know each other on a different level, but you get to know the students on a completely different level, and it's absolutely fantastic. So if you can find a way to incorporate this into your classrooms, I've never done it at the elementary level. Cindy says that it can work. You just have to be a little bit more careful with it. You don't let them just take control of the time. You could probably spend half an hour doing this, especially letting the kids run with it. But maybe you can find something that works for you. And I have this all on Google Docs. I'm happy to share it with anybody and everybody. I don't know the best way to get it out there, but I'm sure Cindy can find a way. I think I shared it with you, correct? So
Yeah.
Cindy might be able to pop that around as well.
Yeah, send the most recent version. I'll make sure everybody gets it.
The way you do it at the elementary level, I do this with my high school kids. I do it very similar. I want these questions anymore. But,
yeah, absolutely.
They love to bring the parachute that I stole from Hillside when it closed. I take it with me and they're like, oh, this is a parachute, right? And so, are you the youngest child? 1, 2, 3, and then everyone runs underneath.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
then that's where your answer for the day.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? And then what I do is it actually helps. So my health teacher does walk across the line activity. You teach middle school health, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Walk across the line is great. It was older. She has only the VHS. So you guys know there was VHS. Then there, yeah. So she shows this whole Oprah thing. They took over high school. If you know me, you would know that I was called this, and she does that with her health classes, and then they do it themselves. And I've identified kids that are suicide, things like that. So she goes up and completely confidential. But I took that and do the one easy, light and fluffy one, and then later in the term. My parents are divorced, and so it's kind of a fun way, but you answer the question by running through the circle. So it's not really like, oh, you may pay attention, you may not, but at least the kid gets to say it. So say it, so to speak. So that would be an elementary way to incorporate it.
Yeah, we do All My Neighbors, just the same thing.
All My Neighbors?
It's the person in the middle says, all my neighbors who parents who are divorced, and then everyone moves to a different poly spot, and then whoever ends in the middle
Yes.
is left, so. But this,
Trying to find a way, so Jane's got a lot, she loves her paper stuff. And of course, we're getting into the way where everything's sort of online technology. So we're trying to find a way to get some pictures that we wanted for an assessment, to get it on there, but we only had paper copies. Didn't want to find a scanner, and downloaded an app, maybe you've used it. It's called Tiny Scanner. It's free. It's fantastic. It doesn't even matter what color the sheet, the paper is that you're scanning from or whatever. Scan it. Turns out great. We use that for quite a few today.
sure, can you drive?
Possibly. I have no idea what.
Something assessment right there.
Oh, that's fine, I know that.
Here it is. So you got some of these images, like all these balanced ones.
I used to cut them out of paper and paste them on every single thing.
Yeah.
So, what did you took a picture of
So
Took a picture of the picture.
the picture,
you just
and then
open up Tiny Scanner, get it on the page, take basically a picture of it, and then you can crop it on your phone, and it sends a PDF, and you can email a PDF version to yourself, which is what I did, and then you just copy it and throw it on here. So
You said it's called Tiny Scanner?
Tiny Scanner.
There's a free one and a paid one. Get the free
Yeah,
one.
So the free one, you can only have 3 scans before you have to start deleting them. But if you just like scan one thing, email it, and delete it, 'cause you don't keep it on there. But there's probably some cool stuff you get with the paid version, but it's easy enough just to go free. That works.
Awesome. Thanks, Griffin.
Yes, Griffin, next time.
Hey,
Are you gonna start out, everybody?
yes, this whole thing, I'll share everything.
Okay. Now I'll have that under that.
I wanted to throw something else out. I've been the only teacher at my school forever, and that gets kind of lonely once in a while. You don't have anyone to feed off of. I mean, it's nice because you can do your own thing, but you don't have someone to feed off of. There are so many professional sites out there to work with. I mean, you should keep searching for them. So if you haven't found a lot of them, keep looking. There's great ones out there.
Yeah.
Or be on the chats.
Yeah.
Chat.
So Blake and Mark, do you guys still wanna?
Sure, I can
we,
mention something.
I'm sticking around. This stuff is golden. No, totally fine. We're over. I'm just like so grateful.
Oh, well, late.
We'll have to have it again so we can do the dances and the, I don't know, it's awesome.
Aren't you teaching them Call Me Maybe before you leave?
Oh man, maybe we should.
You've got to memorize though, right? Cause
I
I,
do.
Got it down.
yeah.
It's too bad Nancy's not here. I got my mirroring down.
I know, right?
Oh,
I'll brag about it. I'll brag about it.